Right, good morning on a sunny day on the farm. This is a week of Warwick's visit, and I've done a little bit of work throughout the week, which I'll take you through now. So, that is the back of the van. You'll notice that I've fitted this bench now. I've only used two of these sort of gate brackets. I was going to have four. My original plan was to have four, but the two central ones would be a problem because of that raised area. I could have got around it, but I don't think it's necessary. As you can see, I've managed to find myself a bit of galvanised box section steel there. It's there's a guy who's got a unit here. He fits UPVC windows and doors and whatnot, and I get loads of that galvanised stuff. I've actually completely built that trailer with it. So yeah, I've got that, but I've messed it up a little bit. I'll show you basically what this does. This is going to be difficult one-handed, but yeah, you take that off and it goes down like that. As you can see, all the weight is taken on these cables that I knocked up, so that is fine. I cut this bar down to length, both sides, so it's a nice fit, but I messed up because I've faced these units now. This fouls on it, as you can see, which is a tad annoying. So I'm going to have to wait until there's another bit of decent bar and then cut it again, leaving an extra little bit on there so that doesn't foul. But you know, that's fine, I can do that. I will just show you. That box, I've just cut an opening into it, which means I can access it. I can access that sort of drawer, and I've got the worktop unit open. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I've also fitted, just as an extra little bit, a sort of occasional table there. It's just a utility table. If I'm sort of cooking and mucking about here, I'm not going to be cooking a Christmas dinner or anything, but that's just somewhere I can put, plates or pans or drinks or whatever. It's again, I can't close that one-handed, but yeah, it's on a couple of these heavy-duty brackets. It just pulls up and then you flick those little catches and it goes down. I bought quite a few heavy-duty brackets and hinges and sort of complex opening dampered brackets, etc. Not with any particular plan in mind, just because I knew they'd come in useful, and they're pretty cheap. You get loads of that kind of stuff on eBay is my marketplace that I go to. So yeah, I just got a load for this build. So that is the back, sort of getting sorted, like I've gone through. It needs a few extra little bits and bobs. I bought a little oil-filled heater, mains job, which is tiny, as you can see. That's the size of my hand in relation to it. But I think it's an 800 watt, and I've used those before, and they're actually very good. For this van, it'll be perfect. Silent, safe. It's not going to burn the place down, so I'm quite happy with that. I got it on Facebook Marketplace for a tenner. I buy quite a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, I've cut out the boxing for this area. So I've cut that out and I've osmoed it. So that's all fine. One quite annoying thing about these units is they keep swinging open and closed with inertia, when I'm cornering in the van. It's obviously something I could easily sort out with some catches, but I'm not going to bother until I've got the bedding sorted, because if the weight of the bedding holds it all together, I won't bother with it. But if it does still keep happening, I'll fit I'll tidily fit some catches hidden away somewhere so you won't see them. I'm not going to put like bathroom door locks or anything stupid like that on it. But yeah, I've also bought curtains for the back. I bought thermal blackout curtains. Again, just an eBay special. I was going to make my own out of the offcut wall carpet that I've got, but I'm just not going to bother. These were cheap, and so there'll be ring curtains, and that should be that sorted. However, another one of my Facebook purchases, looking out the window a little bit, another one of my Facebook purchases, Facebook Marketplace, I got them last night, because I've never really liked the front seat solution on this van. It's obviously got this big double seat, which I don't need. You know, I've rarely got another passenger in it, let alone two. So I've always wanted the two-seat option, so I'm going to have a look into that. I bought two seats, which actually came off of Vivaro. They're not Vivaro seats, they're off something like a BMW or Audi or something. They're quite old, but they look quite good. So I bought those, and I'll have a look into fitting those. I might have a look at that today, because basically I just want the space. This is going to be a slight issue. I'll show you. You've obviously got, because it's a van, you've got this raised box area under here, which a pretty standard seat just sits on. So the driver's side shouldn't be a problem. It's the passenger side that might be an issue. You've got this big reinforced area, because the seat belt for the centre passenger is here. It's part of this seat, so it does need to be very sturdy. I can't just box it out with some wood and fit the seat on top, so that has to be a sturdy, good job. I might be able to adapt this unit, take the seat off, cut it down, weld a plate on or something. I'll do something. I haven't really thought about it much, but I'll show you the seats and my sort of plan. Sorry about the wind noise. This is going to be quite difficult to hear, but they're the seats. They're these sort of half leather and new buck or whatever the other thing is. I can clean them up, but as you can see, they're multi-adjustable with height adjustment as well, which is essential for a van. So yeah, I might have a bit of a look at that today. Right, I am now starting Operation Crafty Comb Over. This is my cover-up for the terrible job I did on the roof with that carpeting. What happened when I immediately did it? I obviously messed it up. I just thought, right, I'll put a big stripe of some kind of veneered wood down the centre, have some lights in it, which I was going to have lights in the ceiling anyway. Maybe have some strips of brushed alloy or something at the side. Just make a sort of ceiling feature. But I was speaking to a mate of mine about it, and sort of explaining how I'd messed it up, and he sort of suggested doing a Union flag or Union Jack or whatever you want to call it out of wood, and you know, cut the panels, the individual segments of it out, and make like a sort of marquetry type thing, a 3D wood flag, which is what I'm going to do. Obviously, there's the Union flag up there, comprised of, you know, the red, white and blue sort of segments. So yeah, I've sort of drawn it out on here, on this piece of wood. I've then got another piece of wood, which will basically be the white backing. So I'll cut out all those different elements, paint them up individually, and stick them to the other bit of wood. So we'll see how that goes. Right, there you go. I think that's quite effective, or will be when it's all painted up in sections. Very simple actually. I just use my little battery circular saw there, and just, it's only 6mm ply. I just ripped through it. So yeah, that was really rather simple. I just hope I've got enough paint. I just bought a few tester pots, so I'll get cracking on that now. Right, that's all the elements of it painted up now. Time to chuck it all together. And there you go, that looks pretty damn cool. I'm going to have, wherever it is, this centre cutout is obviously for my existing fan unit at the top of the van, but like I said before, I'm not going to use that fan unit, like, I'm not going to operate it, because it's a sort of high capacity job for getting rid of fumes in the cab, etc. Because the guy who had it before kept garden machinery and petrol and whatnot in, so I'm going to fit a much smaller sort of cover on that, and it's just going to be used as a vent. but I've also got to fit some LED lighting into this, so I'm probably going to have another board on the back of this. So it still needs a bit of work, and it's going to be a bit of a pain getting that on the ceiling, but I will manage it. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. That's pretty damn cool. So yeah, job well done, I think. Right, that is all glued down now. It's just before work actually. I just popped up here just to glue it, so next time I'm here it'll be ready. I've got to glue, like I said, another board to the back of it, but it'll be recessed in about that much, smaller than that. This I'll just paint it up. That will obviously sit flush, and then I'm going to have two sort of LEDs basically here and there. They'll be, you know, sort of, where are they? Little sort of, yeah, things like that, like standard sort of lights. Two of them. Then I'm going to have a ring of mood strip LEDs around it. I'm not going to turn it into a fucking Christmas tree, but they'll be recessed, these ones inside, so it'll just throw a glow out of the surround. So I think that will be rather effective when I've done that. Like I say, it will be a bit of a mission getting that screwed onto the roof, onto the ceiling with all the lights. I'll just need someone to give me a hand, or I'll have to start mucking around with sort of props and stuff like that. But that is not a job for today. That is a job for tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Right, just another little thing. I'm going to fit these two battery powered lights on the rear tailgate, so when you open it they can shine down on that sort of worktop area that I showed you. Originally these are heavy ready jobs. They come in white. I wanted to tone them down a bit, so I basically just took them apart, so I was only left with the casing and just sprayed it up with matte black spray paint, put them back together, and now they won't be quite as quite as blindingly white. So I'm going to fit those now. Just screw straight into the plastic door card. Right, that's those two lights in the back now. I mean, they could be used inside. They probably won't though, because I've got other lights in here. But I'll show you what they're primarily for now. Right, so yeah, when I'm chilling about out here, I can be cooking or having a drink on that or whatever, and there they are, just a bit of light. And obviously the other side, I could have made those 12 volt and work off the vehicle battery, but it would have involved chasing wires or maybe reutilising the rear window defogging wiring, which, because the defogger doesn't work. But I just can't be bothered, you know, for the sake of fitting a few battery powered lights for the occasional use they're going to get. I'm not going to muck about, so they're in, and that's another little job sniped off. Right, I'm just going to test out the lights now. These are one of these strip units. You can buy, they're cheap and cheerful. You can buy them from anywhere. I think I got this from B&M. It's 5 meters, which is about right for the perimeter of my flag. It's mains operated, but it's 12 volt. So you've got 12 volts coming into this unit. So I'm hoping to just cut the wires here and fit the 12 volt feed, but I always test lights and electronics and stuff like that before I fit them in the van, because I've done that kind of thing before. I've fitted indicators to a motorbike and then found out they didn't work after I'd fitted them, and then you just redo all your work. So yeah, these work. Whatever, they've got this remote control. You know the deal with these things. So yeah, like I say, I just test everything. I've got a 12-volt supply here, so I'm just going to hook that up now to the 12 volts, make sure it works, and then I know it's going to work from the vehicle battery. I'm not going to, all of this stuff is going to be, all the lighting is going to be wired up for vehicle battery. The mains feed for this, although it will charge the battery and provide DC, I want all the lights to work independently of mains. So I'm currently waiting for this thing to dry. It's weighted down and it's PVA'd. Once that's dry, I'll fit the LEDs into it, and that will be installed at some point, probably in the week. Right, it's a bit of a snipey day today because I can't really do any woodwork because the wood I'm using it to press down that ceiling flag that I've got. So I sort of can't really do anything. So what I'm doing is, this is actually, there's an aircraft company, that stores aircraft bits that's also on this farm that I've got. So I get the odd bit of aircraft stuff every now and then. This is actually the carpet. It's the vinyl type stuff, but it's very, very high quality that they use for the aisles in aircraft. So I'm just cutting out a little bit to fit in my storage box, just to stop, because it's just a wood carcass box, so it's just to give it a bit of absorption on the floor of that. So I quite like the idea. I'm just using a bit of aircraft material, so I'll show you that in a second. And there you go. I'm not going to stick that down. It's quite a good fit. It's obviously bent up a bit at the moment, but it will relax down perfectly flat in time. Again, just another little snipey job, but yeah. So yeah, unfortunately I can't really do much else until I've freed up my wood supply. Right, the sniping continues. That is my cooker. It's just one of these bistro jobs, and I want it obviously to go on that. It doesn't fit. I couldn't make this any bigger, but it goes on there. I just wanted a way to sort of secure it, but I also want this as a nice flat worktop for food prep and stuff like that. So what I've done is come out with a particularly clever idea, which is to just put a line of neodymium magnets down there, and that'll stick it solidly when I'm using that, and take it off again. I won't demonstrate because I've only just super glued them in, but that I've used neodymium magnets enough to know that they stick like the proverbial. So that should be really good and a neat little solution. Right, hello and good morning. It's now Mother's Day, so it's a week after Warwick left last time on last Sunday. I'll just take you through what I've done. That's pretty much me for today. I've just knocked out a few jobs, and I've got most of the boxing in, which I'll show you. This now, my Union Jack is finished, but I've messed it up a little bit. Yeah, I messed it up a little bit. I basically added unnecessary weight. What I've done is I've OSB'd, this is 10mm OSB. I've covered the whole back just to get this little lip that I want to put lights, when obviously I should have just put in some strip and saved a whole load of weight. So that has issued me with a little bit of a problem. It'll probably fit. I mean, obviously I'm not just going to tack it in the top. It's going to be properly secured with riv nuts. It'll be all right, I think. The other option, of course, is to get a router and just route out the majority of that OSB. So whatever, I'll decide on that later. I'm not going to get messed up over it. So yeah, I'll show you what I've been doing. That is now out again. It's been in and out a few times now, but it's out. I just basically wanted to get the main sort of bed and bed header down, secured in, which they are now. I'm going to do a bit more work on this header unit. It's basically just a big empty box at the moment, but the wood matches perfectly. which I'm rather pleased with. It's this is this high grade 15mm hardwood ply, which obviously the bed was manufactured in. My particularly evil plan of using neodymium magnets works a treat. As you can see, it's pretty solid. You know, you can't, you know, chuck it about, but it's good. It stays there and comes off easy enough. You get the idea. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's just the front of this boxing thing. This comes all the way up to there. So that is basically a huge, pretty decent size double. What I've also done, just temporarily, because I'm getting so sick of these things moving about, I've just fitted a very simple little thing there. So now, you know, they don't open and close every time I go around a corner. That's pretty much it. The seat situation remains the same. I'm still umming and ahhing a little bit about that. I may have to just bite the bullet and buy a single seat base like the driver's side to mount these chairs on, because I certainly don't want to keep the double seat in the front. But yeah, you know, I've been hampered by a few things and haven't actually got as much done as I wanted to, because I'm also waiting for things to arrive. But I'm not that fussed. It's still freezing cold, and obviously I wouldn't be using the van anyway as a camper. So yeah, that's this episode done and dusted, pretty much, because I like to get these out every Sunday, and hopefully I'll continue doing that until this is finished. And there is still quite a bit to do. There's obviously some trick gadgetry, and I'm going to somehow incorporate a boat into it as well. So there's some good stuff coming up, but yeah, that's all for next episodes. So I shall see you then. Okay, goodbye.